Hey everybody, Trainer Joe here, Facebook Live. We want to talk to you about self-control. Where is my self-control? Do you have enough? A wavering commitment is not primarily a problem of self-control, it's a problem of deficient belief. So let's touch on each of these. First of all, are you using your self-control wisely? How much self-control do you need to brush your teeth? How much of the self-control that you have, because it's a finite resource. You only have a certain amount. How much of it do you need to brush your teeth? I don't think I use any. Do you? You brush your teeth all the time? I do. All the time. Every day. Never miss. No self-control needed. When you can develop a habit that is beneficial, you don't have to use much or maybe even any self-control for that. So let's acquire some good habits. And also, let's remember that failure is not final, it's feedback. So just because you've tried over and over again and you're like, I don't have any self-control, what are you learning from that? Even in my groups, people will come to my group and lose some weight, and then I see them again, then I see them again. They keep coming back because they're learning, they're growing. We tend to be incremental creatures. We learn a little bit, and that's okay. We need to have grace for ourselves to grow and change. It doesn't always happen immediately. What's one thing you can do? Are you serious? Are you willing to do anything different? Because a lot of times we think, well, I'm trying, but you don't do anything different. If you're doing everything the same, that's an indication that you're not really serious. What can you begin to do that's different than what you've done in the past? Are you willing to give something up? If you're not willing to give anything up, then we have to question how serious you are. But as Thomas Edison said, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's okay. But are you trying? Are you trying new things? Are you doing different things? Another way to work with the self-control that we have, since it's limited, it's finite, is to begin to rethink things. Look at things differently. When Lucy lost 100 pounds, it was fun for me to point out that this Lucy ate the same amount of food as this Lucy plus Timmy. So when you're trying to decide, do I have self-control to do this? Do I have the self-control to lose weight? Don't just look at it like you need to lose weight. Look at it like you need to stop eating for two people. Because if you need to lose 50 pounds, you've been eating for a second person. I've realized we grew up being told and encouraged, hey, eat your food. There's starving kids in Africa or China. Well, what benefit is it for you to eat their food when you're going to have to carry that little kid around with you? Look at it honestly. It's not just overeating. There's an element there that you are eating someone else's. How much sense does that make? What if your child was eating like you're eating and you had to sit there day after day and you're watching them gain weight, gain weight, gain weight? Wouldn't you implement some things to help them use the self-control that they have within them? You would put them in situations that want to help them, wouldn't you? Well, why don't we do that for ourselves? Your body is a great servant and a terrible master. And we've got to decide if this is a worthwhile endeavor. Some prefer just, I don't want to waste time doing this for my body. I don't want to use my self-control on losing weight. I like to eat the way I eat. We've got to address sometimes that's the reality. I knew one kid, he lost 100 pounds. He said, Joe, I would love my dad to lose weight like I've lost weight, and I'm trying to encourage him, but he tells me, son, thank you for the encouragement, but I really don't want to have to think about food all the time. He doesn't want to use that self-control and those resources for food. I want to use them for something else. I want to use them to do better at my job. I want to use them to do better at these other things that I'm interested in, food, whatever. And that is an indication. It's not that you can't or don't have the self-control. It's that that has not become important enough for you to give yourself to that. And that happens. That's not unusual. Why does this even matter? You need to remind yourself, does it matter? Why is this important? Why is this worth making it a priority? Is it? Is it maybe God's plan that, hey, this is supposed to be hard? Is it possible that God wants you to get to the end of yourself and realize this is harder than what I have the ability to do, so that we look to God and ask Him for help? I believe that's true. Blessed are the hungry. Let's end with this. Blessed are the hungry. Are you hungry? One who is full loathes honey from the comb. But to the hungry, even what is bitter tastes sweet. I personally believe that we're missing out on a lot of giftings and creativity because we have filled ourselves up to here with food, and we have no room or desire for other things. And I think it's maybe on more spiritual level than it is in other things, but it's like God wants to give us things and teach us things. But I think when we have just got food all over the place and we're just chowing down and we're eating, and then God tries to speak to us and say, hey, I have something for you, I think we have a tendency to say, thanks, but I'm good. Because we're full. Blessed are the hungry. Let me challenge you to embrace the hunger and allow God to speak to you in that hunger. I'm not saying undereat. I'm saying when you've had enough, look up. You don't need any more food for your physical body. Guys, join me for a webinar September 10th at 8 o'clock. And you can start your own 21-day transformation. Guys, we do it right here like this. You're going to lose 11 pounds in 3 weeks. That's average, and be on your way to a change in the way you relate to food. That's going to be September 15th. I would love to have you at the webinar on the 10th and in the 21-day that starts on the 15th. If this is helpful to you, it really helps me for you to comment, thumbs up or something like that, and to click share so your friends can view this as well. I really appreciate it. God bless, and I hope to see you at the webinar on the 10th.